China's new AI chip shocked Silicon Valley. Is this the beginning of the end for NVIDIA? For nearly a decade, NVIDIA has been the undisputed king of artificial intelligence hardware. From ChatGPT to autonomous vehicles and trillion-dollar AI data centers, NVIDIA's GPUs have powered the global AI revolution. But in 2026, something unexpected happened. Instead of depending on NVIDIA, China's biggest technology companies are rapidly shifting toward domestically designed AI chips. Huawei, SMIC, Alibaba, DeepSeek, and several other Chinese firms are creating an alternative AI ecosystem that could permanently reshape the semiconductor industry. The question is no longer whether China can build advanced AI chips. The real question is whether NVIDIA can maintain its dominance as the AI world splits into two competing technology ecosystems. How U.S. sanctions changed everything. When the United States imposed export restrictions on advanced AI chips and semiconductor manufacturing technology, many analysts believed China's AI ambitions would slow dramatically. Instead, the restrictions produced the opposite effect. China dramatically accelerated investments into domestic semiconductor manufacturing, AI accelerators, packaging technologies, memory, and software frameworks. Billions of dollars flowed into local chipmakers as Beijing prioritized semiconductor independence as a national strategic goal. Today, China's AI industry is no longer simply trying to copy NVIDIA. It is building an entirely separate AI hardware ecosystem. Huawei emerges as NVIDIA's biggest challenger. Huawei has become the centerpiece of China's AI hardware strategy. Its Ascend AI processor family is now powering an increasing number of Chinese cloud providers, AI startups, and enterprise data centers. Major Chinese technology companies, including Alibaba, Tencent, and ByteDance, have expanded investments in domestic AI hardware as access to NVIDIA's most advanced chips remains restricted. Unlike previous generations of Chinese processors, Huawei's newest AI accelerators are designed specifically for modern generative AI workloads, including large language models, LLMs, AI inference enterprise AI deployment cloud computing scientific computing. While NVIDIA still leads in raw performance, Huawei has become good enough for many domestic AI applications. SMIC's manufacturing breakthrough. One of the biggest surprises has been China's manufacturing progress. Without access to ASML's most advanced EUV lithography systems, many experts believed China would struggle to produce cutting-edge chips. Instead, Semiconductor Manufacturing International Corporation, SMIC, has developed innovative manufacturing techniques using older deep ultraviolet, DUV, lithography combined with advanced packaging methods. The process remains less efficient than leading global foundries, but it demonstrates that export controls have not stopped China's semiconductor progress. They have encouraged new engineering approaches. China is building its own AI ecosystem. The transformation extends well beyond Huawei. Several major Chinese companies are now developing custom AI silicon. Huawei, Ascend AI accelerators Alibaba, in-house AI processors for cloud services Baidu, Kunlun AI chips DeepSeek, developing its own inference-focused AI chipsy, AI, formerly Jipu, deploying large AI clusters powered entirely by Chinese hardware. This marks a major shift from relying on imported hardware to controlling the full AI technology stack. Is NVIDIA really losing? Despite dramatic headlines, the answer is not yet. NVIDIA remains the global leader in AI computing. Its CUDA software ecosystem, developer tools, networking technologies, and next-generation GPUs continue to dominate AI infrastructure across North America, Europe, Japan, India, and much of the rest of the world. Most frontier AI models, including those from OpenAI, Anthropic, Google DeepMind, Meta, xAI, and Microsoft, still rely heavily on NVIDIA hardware. However, China's market is becoming increasingly difficult for NVIDIA due to a combination of U.S. export restrictions and China's push for domestic alternatives. The rise of two AI worlds. The semiconductor industry may be entering an era of technological bifurcation. Western AI ecosystem. NVIDIA GPS AMD AI accelerators Google TPS Broadcom AI chips US. Cloud infrastructure. Chinese AI ecosystem. Huawei Ascend processors SMIC manufacturing Alibaba AI hardware DeepSeek custom silicon domestic AI software stacks. Rather than one global AI infrastructure, the world could increasingly operate with two parallel ecosystems shaped by different geopolitical priorities. Why this matters. Artificial intelligence is becoming essential infrastructure for healthcare, finance, manufacturing, defense, education, and scientific research. The nation that controls AI computing infrastructure gains significant economic and strategic advantages. China's investment in semiconductor independence is therefore about more than chips. It's about long-term technological sovereignty. At the same time, NVIDIA continues to invest aggressively in next-generation GPUs, AI networking, and software platforms, ensuring it remains a formidable leader globally. China's AI chip just shocked NVIDIA. The AI war has begun. For most of the AI era, there was one unquestioned assumption. If you wanted to build world-class artificial intelligence, you needed NVIDIA. Whether it was OpenAI's ChatGPT, Google's Gemini, Anthropic's Claude, Meta's Llama, or xAI's Grok, nearly every frontier AI model relied on NVIDIA's GPUs. That assumption is now being challenged. Not because NVIDIA suddenly fell behind, but because China has decided it no longer wants to depend on American AI hardware. The result is one of the biggest technology battles of the decade. This isn't simply about one chip. It's about two competing visions of the future of artificial intelligence. The AI war has entered a new phase. The first phase of the AI race was dominated by software. Companies competed to build larger language models, better AI assistants, and more capable reasoning systems. The second phase is now underway. The new battlefield is AI infrastructure. AI chips high bandwidth memory, HBM, AI networking, AI operating systems, AI software frameworks, AI data centers, AI cloud infrastructure. The country that controls these technologies will shape the next decade of artificial intelligence. Recent reporting indicates China has launched a coordinated national effort to reduce dependence on U.S. AI hardware, with Huawei leading much of the domestic push while government-backed investment continues across semiconductor manufacturing and AI infrastructure. Why NVIDIA became so powerful? NVIDIA's dominance was never just about making the fastest GPU. Its biggest advantage has been an integrated ecosystem. CUDA software, TensorRT, NVLink networking, DGX AI supercomputers, AI enterprise software, AI cloud partnerships, developer ecosystem. Millions of developers worldwide write AI applications specifically for CUDA. This software ecosystem has been one of NVIDIA's strongest competitive advantages. China is building its own AI stack. Rather than trying to compete chip by chip, China is attempting something much larger. It is creating an end-to-end domestic AI ecosystem that includes hardware. Huawei Ascend AI processors, SMIC semiconductor manufacturing, domestic HBM memory suppliers, AI networking equipment. Software. Huawei can AI framework, Mindspore AI platform, Chinese AI compilers, AI operating software. AI models. DeepSeek. Cloud infrastructure. Alibaba Cloud, Tencent Cloud, Huawei Cloud, Baidu AI Cloud. Instead of relying on American technologies at every layer, China is replacing each one with domestic alternatives. Huawei is no longer just a smartphone company. Only a few years ago, Huawei was known primarily for smartphones and telecommunications equipment. Today, it has become the centerpiece of China's AI semiconductor strategy. Huawei's Ascend processors are now being deployed across national AI laboratories, enterprise AI platforms, government cloud infrastructure, industrial AI, smart manufacturing, autonomous systems. Several Chinese technology firms have shifted increasing AI workloads onto Huawei hardware as export restrictions continue to reshape the market. The software story is just as important. Many discussions focus only on chips, but AI hardware is only half the equation. Developers also need AI compilers, machine learning libraries, runtime software optimization tools, distributed computing frameworks. NVIDIA spent nearly 2 decades building CUDA into the industry's standard AI development platform. Huawei is now investing heavily in its software stack and Mindspore framework to narrow that software gap, although analysts generally agree NVIDIA still has the more mature global developer ecosystem. China is investing in massive AI infrastructure. The competition is no longer centered on individual chips. It is now about entire AI computing systems. Recent reports indicate China is planning enormous investments in AI data center infrastructure and high-performance computing built primarily with domestic technology. One notable example is Zed AI, formerly Zhipu, which reportedly activated a 1 gigawatt AI data center powered entirely by Chinese chips after losing access to NVIDIA hardware. Memory has become the new battlefield. GPUs alone no longer determine AI performance. Modern AI systems require enormous quantities of HBM memory DRAM NAND storage AI SSDs. China's memory manufacturers are rapidly expanding alongside the country's AI industry. Reuters reports that Chongqing Memory Technologies (CXMT) has become the world's fourth largest DRAM producer and is increasing supply for domestic AI companies, while YMTC continues expanding its flash memory business, despite U.S. scrutiny. This shows the competition has expanded beyond processors to the entire semiconductor supply chain. DeepSeek signals the next phase. One of the biggest developments in 2026 isn't just Huawei. It's DeepSeek. According to Reuters, DeepSeek is developing its own inference-focused AI chip, following a broader industry trend in which AI model developers increasingly seek custom silicon rather than relying entirely on third-party hardware. This mirrors strategies pursued by several global AI companies that want greater control over performance, cost, and supply. NVIDIA still holds important advantages. Despite the headlines, NVIDIA remains the global leader in AI computing. Its strengths include most mature software ecosystem, broad developer adoption, advanced networking technologies, high-performance AI clusters, strong partnerships with hyperscale cloud providers. Most frontier AI research outside China still depends heavily on NVIDIA hardware. For that reason, describing the situation as the end of NVIDIA would overstate the evidence. Instead, what is happening is a regional realignment of AI infrastructure inside China, while NVIDIA continues to dominate many international markets. Silicon Valley's biggest concern. The greatest long-term risk for NVIDIA may not be losing technological leadership. It is the possibility that two largely separate AI ecosystems emerge. Western AI ecosystem. NVIDIA AMD Google TPS OpenAI Anthropic Microsoft Meta. Chinese AI ecosystem. Huawei SMIC Alibaba DeepSeek Baidu Tencent AI. If each ecosystem becomes increasingly self-sufficient, the global AI market could become more fragmented. What happens next? Several trends will shape the next phase of the AI race. More sovereign AI chip programs, greater investment in AI memory, packaging, and networking, expansion of custom AI chips by cloud providers and AI model developers, competition shifting from raw GPU performance to complete AI platforms, continued software ecosystem development alongside hardware advances. Final thoughts. China's AI chip industry has advanced far faster than many expected. Government investment, export controls, domestic demand, and rapid innovation have combined to accelerate the development of a homegrown AI ecosystem. At the same time, hardware manufacturing constraints and software maturity remain significant challenges compared with the global leaders. The bigger story is not that NVIDIA has suddenly lost its position. It is that, for the first time in the AI era, there is a credible effort to build a parallel AI hardware and software ecosystem capable of supporting one of the world's largest technology markets. Whether that ecosystem remains largely domestic or grows into a global alternative will be one of the defining technology stories of the coming decade. China's rapid progress in AI chips has unquestionably surprised much of the semiconductor industry. Companies like Huawei, SMIC, Alibaba, and DeepSeek have demonstrated that export controls alone cannot halt innovation. Instead, they have accelerated China's drive towards self-reliance in AI hardware. However, declaring the end of NVIDIA would be premature. NVIDIA still dominates the global AI market outside China, maintains the industry's strongest software ecosystem, and continues to lead in cutting-edge AI performance. The real story isn't NVIDIA's collapse. It's the emergence of two powerful AI ecosystems competing to define the future of artificial intelligence. The global AI chip race is no longer a one-company story. It's becoming one of the most important technology competitions of the decade.